Greetings everybody, it's Rob from the and we are back with another Marvel Champions playthrough video. This time this is the continuation of my last one where we had Wolverine and Storm fight against Magog. This time we are going to go up against the second scenario from the Mojo Mania pack, and that is Spiral. Now, for Spiral, it's a bit of a different one, so the setup for this one required to put in 3 module and counter sets from the Mojo Mania pack. So for those, I put in the sci-fi pack, the sitcom pack, and the fantasy pack. So those are the 3 ones that are in here. I've shuffled it up. I've also gone ahead and made the show deck, drawing the first one being Mojo in the middle. So this is going to be the show we're currently in. And the whole point of this is that Spiral has essentially kind of fled and is hiding throughout the different shows in Mojo World. And you gotta find her. So we have the Across the Multiverse, which will have 2. Her health will also be up to 26. Now, she cannot take damage or be stunned, and threat cannot be removed from the main scheme. So pretty much all this is immune until we get rid of this. This is up to 6. And essentially once this is removed, we can place a show deck here and place more threat on here. The reason being, one of the cards in the show deck is the one that will actually flip Spiral to when she's not escaped and will allow us to damage her. So without further ado, let's hop into our game. Alright, so with that, we'll hop in and we'll draw 6 cards for Wolverine. Okay, let's see what we got here. Track by Scent is going to be pretty good. We don't really need any of these other cards for now. But I'll probably keep... I'll get rid of Berserker, Slice and Dice. And out of my way, and draw 3 cards. And then for the setup, we will search for the claws and put those into play. On Storm's side, we will draw our 6 cards. We want the one that gives us, hopefully, one or other can help. Clear the area could help. Some of these, I want to get rid of Lightning Blast and Blast of Wind just because we have no need for damage right now. I'm keeping it on Clear Skies just because the special may help if we need to do it. Alright. So let's hop on in to Wolverine's side. I'm going to play... Oh, I can almost actually... What's it called? If I thwart for 2... and then Track by Scent, using that card, removes 3 threat from a scheme, brings it down to 1, and then I can get rid of these 2 cards to play Berserker Frenzy. I can keep a Lightning Strike, so I can use that for Wolverine's Claws if I want to. Okay. For Storm's turn, I think I'm going to play Under Surveillance on the main scheme. That way it doesn't go too far off craziness. Then I'm going to flip up. I'm going to use Lay Down the Law to play Clear the Area. That will remove the last threat from here. It reveals the top card of the deck, so this one goes to the bottom. I believe that's how it works. Yep. And now we have a game of Mojos instead. So everybody gets 1 plus hand size, and there's an extra boost icon, and this resets. Okay. I'm trying to see if one of these has anything that can remove threat. Hurricane does. Okay. So, which will allow me to play with Torrential Rain as well. So I'm going to go one way or another. I'm going to search this for side quest. I'm going to pull in this one, the Asteroid M. Comes in with 4 threat, but I get to draw 3 cards. Nice. So I'm going to use my ability to flip this over to Hurricane instead. So this allows me to swap it and resolve the special ability. So I'm going to remove 2 threat from Asteroid M. Then I'm going to play Torrential Rain to remove 3 threat from among schemes in play. I am going to go 1, 2, 3. And if a Hurricane is in play, I get to resolve its special ability to remove 2 threat. Then I'm going to throw it from 1 to get rid of Asteroid M. So that's gone. So I've removed Asteroid M. I got this down to 2 again. So now that allows me to slowly build up my chance. I'm gonna get rid of this card actually. Because of a game of Mojos, everybody gets +1 hand size, so we're both up to 6 hand size. Okay, I'm gonna flip over here. This unfortunately didn't do anything, so I'll just keep it just in case. And we'll go over to the villain phase. So for the villain phase, we are going to add 2 on. And then, so whenever they attack, it schemes instead. So schemes for 1, take 2 indirect damage. And then, so I guess an extra boost icon, so 2. Schemes from 1, +1 is 2. Encounter card, encounter card. If Spiral is on Arcana side, she's not. If Spiral is on her escape side, you may spend a mental resource to look at the top card of your show deck. That's actually... I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to keep it at the top. That way we know once this flips, it's going to be go time. Reduce your ally limit by 2. Exhaust 2 characters you control. Okay, so it makes it so I can't actually play many allies. That is fine. Well, I got some good cards here, actually. So I'm going to go here to play Storm Crown. Throw it for 2. That gets rid of the threat here. So this goes up to 6. And then this comes in, which of course is cornered. So now corner is in play. When corner is flip Spiral to her corner side. She has no when revealed effect in play. Shuffle this card into the show deck. This effect cannot be cancelled. So when... Oh, reveal the top card of... Okay. So then this comes out and this goes in. Okay. Each minion and ally gains toughness. So now we're in Mojo Runner. And now she's cornered. So whenever she activates... So 4 teleport counts, meaning we get 2 turns to hit into her. Okay. Sounds like a play. I really want to play Storm's Cape. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to play her Cape. Then I'm going to flip this over to Thunderstorm using her ability. Resolve the effect to deal 2 damage, which would exhaust the Cape to ready her to attack for 3. We're also going to keep in mind the threat now can be also bumped down as well, so I shouldn't sleep on that either. Okay. Wolverine heals up for 2. Got quite a few interesting options here. I think we are going to... Do I play the Berserker Barrage? Okay, if I use Wolverine's Claw to take the 3 damage to Lunging Strike, does 8 damage. Brings it down to 14. No, 13, sorry. Then, I Berserker Barrage to deal 4. 9. Attack 3. And then I play a Death Focus. So, she swings for 2+, I should be fine. And then I'll draw a card off Berserker Frenzy as well anyway. So, we should be good there. So we draw 5 cards. Over here. Draw 5 cards. And let's go. Add 2 on. Attacks. 2+. I'm going to take it. 2 damage. Attack Wolverine. 2+. 3. Jesus. But he gets to draw a card. Okay. And then encounter card, encounter card. Discard an upgrade or support you control. I guess the cape. Each encounter card gains peril. Oh god. Discard 3 cards from your hand and choose a player. That player draws 1 card and you discard this obligation. That's annoying. Alright. Alright. Heal for 2. Ooh, Psylocke's actually pretty big here. But Track by Scent is also really good as well. I need 1 more resource somehow. Because I could play Track by Scent. Unless... Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. I'm going to call for an action. I'm going to have Storm flip it to Clear Skies. Activate her special ability so we draw a card. And the reason for this being that by drawing this card... Oh, crap. Jubilee. Oh, this should also have 2 count on. Just... So she's gonna flip. Okay. So the question is, do I play Psylocke? Or do I go for the Jubilee hit? I have to... This alter ego action has to be dealt with as well. Unfortunately. I think I'm going to go Death Focus, Logan's Cabin to play Track by Scent to remove 3 off the main scheme. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Psylocke. I want to have Psylocke thwart for 2 off the main scheme. And then I'm going to have Wolverine attack for 2. And I'm going to have him flip down, which will get discarded. Okay. This one, I'm not bothered by that obligation. It's not terrible right now. I don't actually have many good cards in here. In this, my current hand, to be honest. So I'm actually going to need to swap to... I'm going to Weather Goddess to switch to Thunderstorm. Deals 2 damage to an enemy. Then I'm going to attack. That will defeat Spiral 2. Wait, what? They flip by accident. My bad. They flipped. So it's this. Okay, so it's the same thing, but I must have, when I flipped it flipped over to the stage 2 version by accident. So then they should have taken 1 less damage because I was on the wrong side. But she's on stage 2 at least, so we have that going for us. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to play Professor X. I want to confuse Spiral. Yeah. And because of Mojo Runner, Professor X has toughness. So I'm actually going to... I mean, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to throw for 3 anyway. So, ready. And then I'm going to... I'm actually not going to keep Flash Freeze, because I'm going to block with Professor X anyway. Okay. Add 2 on. Tries to scheme. Can't scheme. Doesn't activate either because of the confusion. So, because instead of activating, the confusion would have took place, I believe. And then goes to attack, block with Professor X. Goodbye, Professor X. Encounter card, encounter card, encounter card. Attach to Spiral. So it's okay. So 3 uses. Gets +1 attack for each sword counter on it. So +3. And I can spend double physical to remove 1 sword counter from it. Choose a non-wild resource type. Then each player draws 2 cards. Each player must discard each card from the hand with the chosen resource type. I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose Mental. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's all that, right? Yep. Magneto 2.6. Hey, I got our first minion finally. Took a while. I keep forgetting I have the Storm Crown as well. You know? So I'm going to use Storm Crown, gives me 1. 2. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Lightning Bolt. It's 8 damage. Go by Magneto. Resolve the ability. Deal 2 damage. Okay. Then I'm going to flip it over to Clear Skies. Draw a card. I'm going to spend both physical resources to get rid of 1 sword. And then I'm going to attack for 2. Okay. Wolverine's turn. Well now, I should heal, to be honest. I'm going to heal. Flip up. Then I'm going to spend 3 using aggressive energy, which does 1 extra damage, to play a lunging strike. Does 9 damage. Brings her down to 17. Then I am going to do I just go for it? I could just go completely. May as well, right? Activate Wolverine's Claws. Slice and dice. To deal 6 damage, basically. Then I'm going to play Out of My Way to deal 3 damage, which is on 8. I should have just Lightning Bolt into Spiral instead of Magneto, and I would have won the game. And then Psylocke, I'm going to attack. I'm going to actually... Yeah. So it deals 2 damage, confuses Spiral. Just so in case. Because she's going to flip. Oh, she's going to flip now. Yep. Didn't think about that, did I? Whoopsie. Alright. So, gains 2. Then activates, so attacks for 2, 4 plus. Jesus. I guess I'll take it. 3. Oh my god. Gives me down to 2 hit points. Activates, which will flip her. Hold on. Let's get this done correctly. Flips her to her escaped form. So now we gotta get rid of such a Spiral. Now she's gonna attempt to scheme, but she can't because of the confused. Okay. Encounter card. Encounter card. And then another encounter card from the 1. If a copy of Spiral Sword is attached to Spiral, it is, she attacks you. Otherwise, so it's the kind of okay. So it is, so because she would attack, she schemes instead. So it's 2, 4. Blob 3.14 cannot take more than 2 damage from each attack. And then Goblin, which surges into a Watch Me Play. What? Insight 3. Peril. When you look up a rule You are confused. Alter ego action. Exhaust your identity and discard a confused status from it. Discard this obligation. It's confusing me as I'm doing it. So what it's saying is, if I ever pause the game to like look up a rule, I get confused. What? That's really trippy. Anyway, we need to deal with this threat. So yeah, it's its sixth threat I have to deal with. So could I? No. I could actually. If I call for an action, so she brings out Hurricane. Removes 2 threat. Perfect. And then I do 2 threat. Oh, I do 2 threat. Brings out the cornered. Flips it to a corner state. Gets discarded. I attack for 2. He would actually have a toughness. So these both have toughness on it. Oh, wouldn't... I just realized. I think Magneto would have had toughness as well. So that would have... Okay. So the toughness for Magneto plus would have made me have probably both her instead of something. So we remember now, but... And at the end of the day, it doesn't break everything, thankfully. But they don't have God or anything, so I can punch her for 2. Now I just gotta figure out what's the best way to do this. 1, 2 to play Ironheart. Draw a card. Play Adamantine Skeleton. Attack from 1. And then I just need Storm to do 3 damage. Storm, can you do 3 damage? Can you do 3 damage, please? Nothing's stopping me. I just want to make sure nothing's stopping me from guarding, right? No. We're good. I think we should be good. So I believe we just play Vivian. Blank out swords, whatever. Attack for 1. Attack for 2. And that defeats Spiral. Boom. Just like that. Alright. The Spiral has been defeated. Let's hop on over to the big screen to kind of talk a bit about this scenario now as well. Alright, this scenario was an interesting one, I must say. The Spiral encounter it kind of reminds me a bit of a few like the risky business scenario with Osborn, where you have to kind of like really focus on what you're doing. I think the fact that Spiral is can be pretty deadly in her encounter cards when she's like, with the swords and the ability to attack to swing 4 or 5 damage plus is a decent threat. I think as long as you have like the Justice player or someone that is really good at threat removal, that can just blow through that deck, you can do pretty good. Now, there was a few mistakes in that game. I believe Magneto should have had toughness at that one stage, so the lightning bolt wouldn't have actually hit him. It would have hit the toughness. I would have had to pop it off first. So if anything, it would have been 3 damage, less on Spiral or something like that. But I could have also defeated Spiral by just lightning bolting straight into Spiral instead of Magneto. So the mistake plus the misplay kind of balanced each other out. So in the end, no harm there. But overall, it's a fun encounter. I think these encounters are nice. They're not like a big blown full campaign, but they're nice, kind of good, concise bits to work and enjoy, and just kind of a nice, refreshing encounter set. I have to enjoy it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough, and be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you have enjoyed this Marvel Champions playthrough.